Every second, somewhere on Earth, a Rolex ticks. Not metaphorically, literally. 1 million timepieces, counting, measuring, marking the pulse of global capitalism. Yet the company that builds these mechanical heartbeats operates like a financial ghost. No shareholders, no earnings reports, no public accountability. Rolex generates more revenue than entire nations' GDP, yet remains as opaque as Swiss bank vaults. The paradox? The world's most recognized luxury brand is also its most secretive business empire.
Hans Wilsdorf didn't just build a watch company. He architected a financial fortress that defies every principle of modern corporate transparency. While Apple reports quarterly earnings and Tesla's stock price fluctuates with every Musk tweet, Rolex exists in a parallel universe, a privately held foundation, untouchable, unauditable, generating an estimated $8 to $10 billion annually through a structure so complex it makes offshore banking look simple. This is the blueprint for invisible wealth.
London, 1905. Hans Wilsdorf, a 24-year-old German orphan, stares at a problem that's bankrupting watchmakers across Europe. Swiss timepieces are engineering marvels, but they're pocket-bound. Wristwatch movements are too delicate, too unreliable for daily wear. The market consensus? Wristwatches are feminine jewelry, not serious timekeeping instruments. Wilsdorf sees something different. He sees the future strapped to every businessman's wrist. His superpower isn't mechanical genius, it's distribution logic. While competitors obsess over craftsmanship, Wilsdorf focuses on the supply chain. He establishes Rolex not in Switzerland, but in London. Why? British Empire trade routes, global reach, maritime logistics. He's not building watches, he's building a delivery system. The mathematics of what happened next changed luxury forever. But before we decode Wilsdorf's empire, if you're fascinated by the hidden mechanics of wealth creation, hit that like button and subscribe. We're diving deep into the financial architectures that shaped our world, and you won't find this analysis anywhere else. Wilsdorf's first breakthrough wasn't technical, it was legal. He patents the name Rolex in 1908, but here's the genius. He doesn't manufacture anything. He sources Swiss movements, English cases, and assembles them in London for global distribution. Vertical integration without ownership, pure logistics leverage. By 1919, he relocates to Geneva, but retains the London distribution network. Now he controls both ends, Swiss precision and British maritime access. The machine is taking shape. But Wilsdorf sees a larger bottleneck: credibility. Luxury goods require social proof, and wristwatches still carry feminine stigma. Enter the marketing masterstroke that created modern luxury positioning. 1927, Mercedes Gleitz swims the English Channel wearing a Rolex Oyster. The watch survives 10 hours in salt water. Wilsdorf doesn't just advertise this feat, he publishes the story on the front page of the Daily Mail. Full page, editorial style, not an advertisement, but news. Suddenly, Rolex isn't selling timepieces, it's selling survival narratives. Everest expeditions, deep-sea exploration, racing circuits. Each story reinforces the same message. When failure means death, professionals choose Rolex. This isn't marketing, it's mythology manufacturing. And mythology commands premium pricing without price sensitivity. But here's where the story darkens into something more calculated. Success breeds scrutiny, and scrutiny threatens the machine Wilsdorf built. The 1940s bring wartime profits and post-war boom, but also tax authorities and regulatory oversight. Wilsdorf realizes that corporate transparency is the enemy of sustained wealth accumulation. His solution? Legal disappearance. In 1944, he establishes the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation, transferring all Rolex shares into a Swiss charitable trust. Suddenly, one of the world's most profitable companies becomes a non-profit. The profits don't disappear, they're simply shielded from public view and corporate taxation. The foundation structure creates a financial paradox that persists today. Rolex generates billions in revenue, but reports no profits because everything is reinvested into the foundation. Marketing expenses, R&D, manufacturing expansion, real estate acquisition, all foundation activities. The result? A company that grows exponentially while remaining financially invisible. Modern estimates suggest Rolex produces nearly 1 million watches annually, with average retail prices exceeding $8,000. That's $8 billion in gross revenue, yet no public financial statements exist. The Wilsdorf Foundation claims charitable purposes, but its primary activity is funding Rolex operations and maintaining family wealth.
Why don't business schools teach the Rolex model? Because it represents everything modern capitalism claims to have evolved beyond. Transparency, accountability, shareholder democracy. Rolex proves these principles are optional for companies with sufficient market power and legal sophistication. The foundation structure isn't unique to Rolex. It's the preferred model for European family wealth preservation. But Rolex perfected the scale. They transformed a mid-sized Swiss manufacturer into a global luxury empire while maintaining pre-war privacy structures. Today, the Rolex blueprint lives inside every luxury conglomerate's corporate architecture. LVMH, Richemont, Kering all utilize foundation structures, family trusts, and charitable vehicles to minimize transparency requirements. The difference? They operate as public companies with foundation components. Rolex operates as a foundation with commercial components. This inverted structure provides unparalleled flexibility for capital allocation, tax optimization, and strategic decision-making without quarterly earnings pressure or activist shareholders.
Wealth at this level doesn't announce itself. It simply compounds, quietly and perpetually, behind legal structures designed for invisibility. Rolex didn't just master watchmaking. They mastered wealth architecture. The most successful businesses aren't always the most visible ones. Sometimes the greatest power lies in remaining perfectly, professionally, invisibly profitable. Did this breakdown of luxury empire building fascinate you? Drop a crown emoji in the comments to show you made it to the end. Or tell me which secretive business empire you'd like decoded next. The financial mysteries of our world run deeper than most imagine. Time has the answers, and I'll show you where to look.